Okay.
and for invest and also for expense. But
Okay.
actually, there's something changed during the process for long run. It changed during expense, and it take down my saving, and some of my invest are not really work at all. So in that time, do you have any suggestion or your recommendation, the better way to control? Because in 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 the in the real time that you do that, following a framework, I know it will happen, because sometimes you put 10% for saving, but you commit yourself to save, but at the end of the month your expense is bigger than your saving, bigger than your income. So you need to take some of your saving to support your expense or something for living. What I mean, did you get my point or something?
Okay, so let me see if I've got your question correct. What you're saying is, yes, you may start with a framework, and you give an example of, let's say you want to put 10% for savings, but sometimes what happens is some events will come in, which is unexpected events, which will then affect your savings. Correct? That's your question,
yes,
right?
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
So
Can
how your recommendation or your
okay. All right. So two parts to that I'm going to share. So can you imagine now, right? Juan Ratnak, right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah. So can you imagine now if you did not have the savings?
Okay.
So it'll be worse off, right? So definitely, for one, we must still have that savings habit. Okay. Now it is true. There will be some months where there will be certain events that will occur that could affect your plan. It happens. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Most important for us is to be aware about, okay, this has happened. I have planned for this. This has happened. And then the next step to ask is, okay, is this going to be a recurring pattern? Is this going to happen every month, all the time? Or is this a one-off? And what caused this? What do I need to do?
Actually sometime. Yeah, actually one of the time. Something like that. It's not always.
Okay. It's not always. Okay.
Right.
So that's important. So you got to ask yourself, is this a one time? Is this happening all the time? And even if it's one time, what is the reason it happened? Okay. Maybe there's something emergency, it happened, that's fine. Okay. So you have to go back and dip a little bit into your savings. That's fine. You know?
Yeah.
And then what you do is you get back to track again. So it's okay, it happens, because this is a journey, right? It's not going to be straightforward. Life will never be where everything will happen like a rainbow and all. I mean, there will be unexpected things, right? And that is why we say what you need to do is this: you need to set aside some money, right, in the savings, and how much you should have in your savings is at least 12 months of your income.
Okay.
All right, you should set aside at least 12 months, slowly over time, build up, and have it in your savings. You must have at least 12 months of your income, because why? For whatever reason, let's say if you lose your job, at least you know you got 12 months of income set aside to pay for all your expenses.
Yeah.
But that's a journey. It takes time to do that. And there will be ups and downs. You know? And because I can imagine sometimes, even for myself, right? In the past, as I was building up my savings, my investments, there will be times when maybe my parents, for example, they fall sick and they have to go to hospital, or they go to, and there's an additional medical expenses that is required, for example. So yes, you need to plan. You need to know that sometimes this will happen. So thank you for your question. Now,
thank you very much for your question.
No worries. I have something here that says, I sent a question to email. Let me just read out to you. Is that okay? Cheng Pao Lao, right? So I'm just going to read out. It says that I'm saving. Okay, I'm saving. Thank you. Okay. let me read out. It says here, the marketing skill, that's fine. It's been 2 years. I'm interested in making money. I'm sure of my skill. Thank you very much. That's great. The thing is this, is that I'm saving money to start, okay? From your best, how can I apply to my daily life? Should I start now without money or keep saving and learn more experience? You know what? You should start saving money even now. When the moment you earn any money, a lot of people tell me, oh, I need to have so much money, then I start saving. No, 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 no. Regardless, no, you may not be able to set aside 10% now, but it doesn't matter. Start with 5% first, right? The most important thing is to start the habit, because the moment you start the habit, you'll be able to build it up. Remember the earlier example I showed you about person A and person B, two different people, two high earners. It is not about how much they earn that is important. It is how much they were spending. For example, the person B, when I spoke to him, he was telling me when his income got cut by 50%, he was still able to manage his lifestyle, but he had to look for different alternate, which made him realize that, you know what, maybe he is spending too much. So yes, I will say start the habit, right? Start the habit now, look for the income, right? And while you look for the income, also make sure that you start the right habits. Okay, start the habits of having your income. Now, I have another question here that says saving here refers to emergency savings, right? Or for future investment. Okay, so it's for both, right? So savings here is for emergency, right? So you create your savings because in the event of any emergency, there is a savings, right? But once let's say now, for example, you've set aside that 6 to 12 months of income as emergency funds. You've set that aside. Anything beyond that, then you push into investment. So yes, it starts with savings, right? It starts with savings, which will then allow you to put into different forms of investments along the way. Yep. So, but for us to start the savings, it goes back to our daily expenses habit. Yep. So I hope I have answered your question. Should I start now, right, without money, or just keep saving? All right. So I'll say you have to start looking at how to bring in an income, but for every dollar that you bring in, every time you bring in income, put a certain percentage aside. Get into the habit, a small percentage aside. Just put it aside, put it aside. Once you get into the habit, you'll be able to grow more income and grow more savings. Yep. Okay, I'm happy to take on. I know we are at 12 o'clock. I'm happy to take any more questions. I'm happy to take any more questions. And I mean, 11 o'clock your time, 12 o'clock mine. Right, I'm happy to take any questions that you have.
Yep. Hi, Go. My name is Ashokh here.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So regarding to the financial status, as per our assessment, we have three. One is healthy, and the one is unwell, and also the last one is unhealthy. So from there, we also that you share us about the framework with income minus saving, minus insurance, minus investment, minus expense, if we call the life choice. So my question back to you that from the unhealthy, from the status of the financial status, let's say healthy, unwell, and unhealthy, what would be the recommended or maybe the pattern of each portion? Let's say, okay, how many percentage that we can maybe set aside for saving, for the insurance, for the investment, for the expense, in order for us to reach the level of the healthy financial status?
Okay, so your question is this, see if I got it right. If I am unhealthy or unwell now, how can I use a framework to, where should my priority be? Would that be right?
Yep, can be correct like that, but somehow I would maybe want to understand maybe the pattern. Okay, how many percentage of the saving that, or of the income that we can put aside for the saving, for the investment, for the expense, something like that.
Okay. I'm not sure whether, let me just pull this up slide because I showed it earlier, right? Let me just pull this up.
Okay.
Not too sure whether you managed to see this one, but okay. This one.
Okay.
This is our guideline that you put aside 10% for savings. For insurance, it should be not more than 15%. For investments, it should be 20%. But then again, sometimes I've told people it's okay if you want to put more for insurance or more for investment, but you got 35% all in all that you put for insurance and investment, then you can play with that. It's a different drivers. For
Got it.
expenses, these are the percentages that we recommend.
Got it.
Got it?
I mean that one. Sorry.
No worries, no worries,
That's
no worries.
my question.
No worries. All right. Okay. Yes. So Tindabun, you have a question.
Okay. I want to ask that you said that we have to keep our financial healthy and healthy. This here, what you mean on the saving? The saving should be have some amount that say that this level should be healthy. Uh, what is the level that you think that it should be healthy for us? Okay, I don't know. You got my question.
So your question is, to be healthy, how much should I have for my savings? Is that one question?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Is that the question, ma'am? To be healthy, how much should I put in my savings?
Yeah,
is that right?
What is yes, it's like that. It means that
Okay.
you said that healthy, and what is the healthy financial mean for you? You can give me if I say that if I have saving money for $100, is a healthy financial yet, or something more, something like that?
Okay. All right. Okay. So my view of what is healthy is when you have the right habits everywhere. What do I mean by that? Let me just pull up my slides again. Okay. Where are my slides? Okay. I'm going back to this slide here, right? When I say healthy, right, I'm referring to, for example, you are aware about how you are spreading out your money and how you're managing your money. So that's the first part about being healthy. That means, do you protect your money? Do you only have one source of income, or have you been looking for multiple sources of income, or do you look for recurring income, right? So that is a healthy habit. So healthy is just not one area, but it's an overall area. From an income point of view, do I have multiple sources of income? That is being healthy. From a savings point of view, do I have at least 12 months of income put aside in my savings bank? That's healthy, right? For insurance, do I have insurance in the event if I die, right? For me, for example, right? If I die, right? Do I have enough insurance to pay off all my loans, my debts? Is that enough for my family? So that is for me, right? So that is a habit that is healthy. For investments, is my money in the bank? Is my inflation eating into my money, or am I beating inflation? So have I put money into the investment? That's healthy, right? For my expenses, do I spend, if I earn $100, am I spending 110? Am I spending 100? Am I spending 90, 80, so on and so forth? So what is my way of spending my habit? So when I talk about healthy, right? If your financial health, I'm looking at overall of how you manage these areas, right? That is healthy. I hope I've answered your question. It's just not one area, but it's all areas together makes it healthy. I hope I've answered your question, Sutindavun. All right, thank you very much. Okay. I know it's 6 minutes past. Okay, I'll leave it back to you, Kengwa.
Yep. Okay, thank you, Ashok. Sorry for the overrun. I think you have answered most of the questions that people.
Okay. I get excited.
Yeah, it's okay. Definitely. I believe people are excited about it also. Okay, I think we will end the webinar here. Thank you, Ashok, for the really, really well planned webinar.
Thank you.
And imparting us all the knowledge. And okay, hope to see you all again next week for webinar. Yep. Okay, and have a nice weekend ahead. Yep.
Okay. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we'll see you. Yep. Bye, Ashok.
Thank you, Kengwa.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody for attending.
Thank you.